Hi everyone, this is Teacher Maricar of Camblish.com. Today, we will have the preview of some great information or invention from this book, English Reading Basic 5. I am glad to study the lesson with you and let us explore it together. So now, let's start. Today, we will discuss Unit 1, entitled Alexander Graham Bell. So, who is Alexander Graham Bell? We will find out the answer after reading this article. Are you ready now? So let's start. So for now, I will read it slowly so you will find out the correct pronunciation of the words. And then I will read it again faster so you will follow me. Okay? Let's start. Can you imagine living without a telephone or a cell phone? Until 1876, people didn't have phones. Many scientists tried to invent the telephone, and Alexander Graham Bell finally succeeded in 1876. How did he first know that he made a successful telephone? One day, Bell spoke into one part of his machine. "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." Mr. Watson was his partner. He was in a different room of the same house. And Mr. Watson heard Bell's voice out of the other part of the machine. It was the first telephone communication in history. So now, it's your chance to follow me. I will read it again, faster than the first one. Are you ready now? Okay, let's start. Can you imagine living without a telephone or a cell phone? Until 1876, people didn't have phones. Many scientists tried to invent the telephone, and Alexander Graham Bell finally succeeded in 1876. How did he first know that he made a successful telephone? One day, Bell spoke into one part of his machine. "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." Mr. Watson was his partner. He was in a different room of the same house. And Mr. Watson heard Bell's voice out of the other part of the machine. It was the first telephone communication in history. Okay, that's great. So now, we know the answer about the first question, who is Graham Bell? Okay? Now, we can proceed to the activity part. So first, we will do the select true or false. Okay? So, I will read the sentences and you will tell me if the statement or the sentence is true or false. Okay? Let's begin. Number 1. A lot of scientists tried to invent the telephone. Is it true or false? The answer is true. So, let's find out how make the answer true. This is the answer. Many scientists tried to invent the telephone. How about number 2? Mr. Watson was Bell's teacher. Is it true or false? Okay, it's false. Why the answer is false? This is the proof. Mr. Watson was his partner and not his teacher. And the next part, number 3. Bell invented the telephone in 1776. Is it true or false? Okay, it's false. Why? This is the answer. Alexander Graham Bell finally succeeded in 1876. Now, we've finished the first activity. So before we proceed to the second one, we will first discuss the word box. You will find out new vocabulary words that can be useful when you use some sentences in the future. Repeat after me. Imagine. Imagine. Cell phone. Cell phone. Invent. Invent. Finally. Finally. Succeed. Succeed. Partner. Partner. Voice. Voice. Communication. Communication. That's great. So if you have some time, you can make sentences using those words. Okay? Now, let's proceed to the second activity, the vocabulary check-up. It is another activity wherein you will fill up the blank part by getting the right answer on the word box. Okay? Now, let's start. Number 1. The computer are great blank tools. What do you think is the answer? Good. The answer is communication. Computers are great communication tools. Okay, so how about number 2? I am sure he will blank in the future. What is the answer? Yes, you're right. It's succeed. I am sure he will succeed in the future. Okay, how about number 3? The scientist wants to blank robots. What is the answer? Great! The answer is invent. The scientist wants to invent robots. Okay, so how about the last number, number 4? Blank, he finished writing the novel. What is the answer? Very good. The answer is finally. Finally, he finished writing the novel. Okay, you did it great. So this is the end of our lesson for today. I hope you did it great. Yes, I know you did it. Okay, again, this is Teacher Mary Carr, and I want to say thank you for studying with me. Always remember to study hard. Okay? So see you again on our next video. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.